seems like we should be live. All right, maybe my volume is a little bit low. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to today's. Maybe I should do these. That's right. All right, welcome to today's live streaming. All right, yep, we are live. That is awesome. Perfectly good. Hope everything is sounding good. I don't know how many people are going to actually show today, mainly because, it was a little bit in a hurry. Like, I was checking out a couple of videos about FAB, and I saw normal people actually announcing it, just saying that it's there, that, it's a very good thing that now we have that button that we're going to get to see in a moment from where you can actually, add everything from the original, from the now free Quixel library and add it, acquire it on FAB, which is great. So I saw some announcement, people just, closing over the whole deal. Other people actually praising it because, the actual future might be bright in this platform. But then I saw a couple of people really angry about it. And I was like, but why? I mean, this whole industry right now, with at least with what Epic is actually adding to the mix, is more in the case of, do it yourself. If you don't feel like you are completely represented inside FAB, yeah, create your own market. And in fact, you're not going to be paying, the actual royalties of using FAB. So I would say, do your own thing. Don't be angry about FAB. So, just in that same note, what I'm going to try to do today is actually talk a little bit about what I think is good, what I think is bad, and what I think is actually ugly. So, things that are not at least working as they should. All right. So, I would say let's jump into it and start using it and see, how good is it and how bad is it, and some of the actual, let's say, concerns that people may have with it right now. But I think tons of those are valid. So let's actually jump into it and see how it looks. Something like this. This is good. All right, so here we are. We are in FAB at last. And it's nothing like, it looks a little bit like the one that is inside UFN. I believe that the web version is a little bit better. You have a little bit more space and things, get to stretch their legs a little bit more. Now, first thing to actually cover is that you need to actually log in, and you need to use the, your actual login that you would use in Marketplace, that one that you would use in Launcher, right? So that is the Epic account that is going to be used here. So you can see everything that used to be in your library and everything else, all right? So that's for sure the first thing that you must, take care of. Sorry. All right. So the next thing is, up here we have the actual discovery, my library, publish. This is all good. We're going to go through these, very soon. Then the actual search. I think it's the actual start. A start of actual FAB. I think it's really good. I think it goes a lot in, what is this? All right. It goes along with the actual search that we have inside Unreal Engine that are like amazingly good. Like, they are very contextual. If you have like tons of things in your actual project, you can actually very pinpoint accurately find stuff. I'm thinking that this search, in fact, it looks like almost the same. I don't know. The actual font, like everything is like that. The shape of it and everything, it looks very much like it. So what I'm thinking is that these in turn will be like very, very intelligent when you try to actually search for stuff. And we're gonna be keep looking at it, through this live. Next thing is, this here is just here, right? It's just like feature content. These are like the actual features, right? Everything that is featured right now in the marketplace is here. Right now, it just have a couple of everything, right? It has like these Roman town that I think is from Kitbash, if I'm not mistaken. No, this is from Scan Factory. So let's say that they are praising a little bit of the actual new people that are coming in. So, Scan Factory have their own, webpage where they actually sell their stuff from there. They actually sell a couple of their stuff in the marketplace, but so now they're in FAB. Now they have their actual own store, and that is really good. They have their own, store just for their stuff, which is, pretty nice. But let's go back to the start. Let's keep checking these. So we have the actual Kit Bash 3D. They are praising to them, of course, because they are actually selling their stuff in the actual marketplace right now in FAB, which is real good. We have the actual free content that continues to be free. Now there is nothing said about not having new free stuff every month. If we do, I think we're gonna be fine. If we don't, I don't think it's the end of the world. Like we have been receiving 4 to 5, separate, free stuff every month, which sometimes were like very incredible things. Like you were saving sometimes even like $500, something like that, in just one, free stuff that you were actually getting. And I think that thing grew to a point where if you actually look at my library, you can see that, yeah, it's great to have free stuff. But when you're acquiring just for acquiring, you might end up with how much is too much, I might say, right? We can go like 4 hours doing this. So again, I would say if I have like an actually nice pricing for points for everything, give me just a second. I really won't be angry about having to actually acquire something, because I think this is like the best thing that is coming out of FAB, and it's the economy 2.0. This thing is connected to UEFN, is connected to Unreal Engine, is connected to Unity, is connected to what else? Yeah, right now it's Unity, Unreal Engine, and UEFN. But you also keep things that you can download in FBX, OBJ, GLTF, and all the different formats, right? You are going to have everything from Sketchfab, all your learning, tutorials and stuff that you had on ArtStation. So if we're talking about the good about FAB, it's very good for Unreal. It's very good for Epic, I must say, because they actually made the investment of acquiring all those different, marketplace that were really good, but it was hell to pay to actually, use the payment methods, right? You were selling stuff on Sketchfab, you were selling stuff in ArtStation, you were selling stuff in Quixel, you were selling stuff in the marketplace, and it was nonsense to keep it that way. So when you see FAB is not 100% for you. It is at least 80% for Epic. Like they're finally having like one place where they're going to be controlling like new sales, new offers, cool rating. It's an easier way of management and paying options in only one place. So I bet that they're really happy that now they have everything in one place. You can still go to ArtStation and you can use it to actually showcase your art and do all kinds of stuff there, like researching, do reference curation, whatever you use it for. don't use it for AI scrap for sure. That's the only thing that I would say. Don't do it. But you can also go to Sketchfab, and if you use Reality Scan or Scan Reality, which one is it? Oh my God, is the Reality Scan? Reality Scan. That's the one. Reality Scan is the mobile app from which you can actually create photogrammetry from with your phone. Sketchfab keeps me in the actual place where those models are going to be landing. Now from there, you're going to be able to actually migrate them here in FAB, and you're going to be charging for them here. But there, it's just going to be showcasing. You can actually show your art, and that's it, right? And you can keep your own library there if you want to. You can actually bring it here as your private library also, right? From Sketchfab to your library inside Fab. And I think the same will go with Marketplace. And I think that is how it happened on my side. There are a couple of things that you might need to actually rework just a tad, because there are going to be a little bit of differences between what you have in Fab and what you have in, for example, your launcher in your Vault. That's a thing right now, and I'm going to let you know how to fix that really soon. We're still talking about the good, right? And I think that is going to be really good. So being able to actually perforate into other markets like Unity very soon, people are going to laugh like Roblox and Minecraft, but why not? Why not open up your stuff for everybody else? I know that there are going to be a couple of things that are going to be purely for Unreal Engine, right? If you're selling like blueprints, like why try to make the same thing works in blueprint like in C# for, Unity, right? Or whatever they use, Boo or something. I don't know what they use in that place. But yeah, sometimes you're going to have a mesh, and a mesh will work in Unity. It will work in UEFN. It will work in Unreal. It will work in Roblox, right? So why not have them all together? It's what I say. It's a place where you're going to have like a better punch at what you're doing in most of the cases, right? Music, sound effects, textures, HDRIs, like everything that can be really universals on all different platforms is going to be here in one place. It is great, right, for the actual seller. If you don't feel good about that, it may be because you are just working with Unreal Engine and actually consuming things from Unreal Engine. And you might say, yeah, I lost a bunch of my favorite stuff right on the marketplace. Yeah, that was a big loss. But, you only had like 100 of those. When I figured out that you only have like 100 hearts of favorites inside the marketplace, I was like, yeah, who cares? I want more. And because we didn't have more, then I simply, avoid them. I was like, yeah, there actually were like a couple of third-party oh, someone is writing. That's very good. So third-party marketplace stuff that you can download, and you could like curate better with meta tag information on everything that you buy. Like you will have like more ways of actually categorizing stuff and things like that. So I would say that they made like a better job than Epic at the actual marketplace. The marketplace was there for 10 years. And the last version that we have out of it was not great as an actual marketplace. Like we saw what a marketplace could be, right? With things like, for example, Sketchfab. Sketchfab was, it's still, like the greatest way of finding exactly what you want, just a few keywords, etc. We also gonna talk a bit of the ugly side of actually acquiring everything from Sketchfab. So we have someone. Oh, it's Eric. Hello, Eric. How are you? So the different license tiers is interesting. Most of the times you're going to find things are like $500 for the professional license, and you're going to have it for $200. If you're using it on a personal license, that doesn't mean that you cannot sell it. You can still sell it, but you must prove that you're not making more than 100K a year on your studio. That's not bad. For something that is starting, having like a rebate of $300 on something that you can buy in the actual FAB market, that to me is a big, big win. It's very, very good. Diego says, do you think we'll still have the free stuff of the month? No one have said nothing about that, and that makes me suspicious. Again, that was a thing that started happening without them being like really, look at what we're doing. It was like, all right, and you're gonna have like 4 stuff free, every month, and that was it. It was not like a big. So I don't know. I think the main reason why they are there is not different that right now. Mostly the things that you have there is you're gonna have like 2 of those that are really good and they need promotion. Like sometimes there might be down in sales. So maybe Epic is gonna offer them, all right, let's do this. Let's offer it like the free for the month. If people acquire it, let's go 50-50, right? I will put 50, I will pay for half of what, I don't know how the actual thing is negotiated, but I know that there is a bit of negotiation behind it. And then you're going to have like 2 other things that are like lost in the market, like gathering dust, and they want to actually show, people that that thing exists. And that is what you get. Now, inside FAB, that is not going to change. You're going to have people that want to actually, promote, and you're going to have things that are really forgotten, right, in some corner of the actual marketplace. So I would say that there is no reason why they are not going to be present in this version, all right, of FAB. So let's hope that is that. So I think, all right, so let's talk a little bit more about the good. The other good thing is this right here. Get all Quixel Megascan for free. So what does this mean? So as soon as you actually click on it and you claim everything, right? That means that it's in your library right now. If you go to show me more, here it is. Frequently asked questions. If you go down here and it says, what happens when assets become paid? And this is the big thing. Everything that is for free now is not going to be for free forever. But that doesn't mean that what you are already acquired, you're going to have to pay for it. That means that for, I don't know who, new users next year, right? From January 2025, there's going to be some new guy who is going to say, right, this some real thing is really good. And they have their own, FAB market. And inside those, they have these things called Quixel. And it's going to be knowingly that those things were free like a day ago, like everything free. And he's going to start paying for that, right? And that is at least something that, we can actually make sure that everybody that we know go there, download the thing, like click there and everything is going to be yours and it's going to be fine, right? But yeah, things that are free now might be paid in 2025. And from there on, it says here, is there's going to be new free stuff. Like we can actually read the thing. This is it. Any Megascan that you claim for free on FAB are yours to keep under the FAB standard license, even after they become paid. So again, things that you already acquired, if now they want to charge for it, that thing is already yours and you're going to be able to keep using it. So everything that's for free right now, it's there. Hello, brother. Probably you own a license for the assets, and as Epic property, you won't get charged additional for it. Well, the thing is, that's a great point, because one thing that they actually merged, and that was really, really good, is the licensing scheme of Sketchfab. It's powerful. Like they really worked that out. And now that thing it's like they're merged with Marketplace. And I think that is one of the biggest, improvements from the Marketplace, that we have those new licenses. When they say the actual FAB standard license, we should actually go and search what it is. I think that these might have a bit of that. If you're making millions out of my stuff, I want you to pay an actual fee. That might be a thing. But I think that for, if the standard license might be like if you make less than 100K a year, then you're going to be paying, you're not going to be paying anything for using this stuff. Now, if you're blur, if you are, double negative, or if you are, Hollywood stuff, and you're making millions out of it, yeah, you should pay. Why not, right? Hey, Roscoe, how are you? So basically, check the box opt in the for claiming must own library. No, not downloaded. It as soon as you click there, you're gonna see that everything is gonna show as claimed. In fact, let me go there so you can see what would happen. So let's go to Discover, and you can actually search for Quixel, and everybody is hating this part that you don't have. Like they actually show here like Unity, Unreal Engine, and UEFN, but not Quixel themselves. Like you need to go here, and then you must go to creators, and then you must go to Quixel as a creator. Now you can see everything creator, right? So you can see that there are a couple of things here that it says owned, right? So everything that is here owned, it's yours. In fact, there are a few things here that doesn't show like own, but if you click there, you're gonna see that you said that you own this item, right? So a bit of disconnection there, but yeah, this thing it's mine now to actually use. And it says here that I can actually download it in any form and shape of it, like FBX, OBJ, GLTF, whatever I want to use it for, right? It's for me. It says that it goes with the standard license. Let's read about that and let's see what this is. Marketplace content, stuff. Create images of it. Content restrictions. General restrictions. You may not reverse engineer, decompile, translate, disassemble, derive. So you should not be trying to sell it in pieces, like selling the textures and stuff like that of a material. You should not be doing that. You should not sell, rent, lease, transfer, this content because it's a license for you, but it's not yours to actually sell. And let's say if there is an actual price cap. That's what I want to see. If I make like tons of money out of it, should I be able to still use it for free? All right, it's very lengthy, but I see that there is nothing here that is really apparent or noticeable that it is money based. So I think this is, when it says for free, is for free. Now, this has another very, very good thing, and that is that it's not only free for Unreal Engine users, but now they actually set it free for everybody else. So Unity, OBJs, FBX, GLTF, Maya, Blender, whatever you want to use it for, now it's yours, right? That was not a thing before these. And I think it happened because it was going to be like really difficult to actually differentiate at this point where everybody's in the same market. So they say, fudge it. And yeah, until 2025, if you're wise enough to click that button, that thing is yours. Now in 2025 and beyond, even things that you're already acquired for new people that are going to come to the actual marketplace, yeah, in the... How is the actual song? In the from 1 to 10, my friend, you're a fudge. Well, yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that stuff if you're not wise enough to actually get it. Great to hear. Stuff. So yeah, I think license wise, they're not, going ape at us in terms of we're gonna hide this thing here, so it's not really free. I think they gave up when they saw everybody using those, Quixel side scrappers and downloading everything. They were like, yeah, let's give it for free, or we're paying more in actually concurrent connections to the Quixel side than what we're going to actually gain from selling this stuff to them later on. So I think that really is the good thing. Now let's go to the bad thing. The bad is bad. It's not really bad, but it's bad. So first thing is, our people are actually, actually not very happy with Quixel stuff because now Quixel is here, right? But it's not really, you know, actually, it's now like it's a seller right now, like Kitbash and like Scan 3D and stuff like that. It's not like really the start of the place. So, it's just another, seller. If you actually search for Quixel, you must go to actually creators. And from here, you're going to be see that they are in the same place as any other creator in this platform. They are not special in any point, right? And here it is. You're going to actually see the stuff. Now, people are also saying Quixel stuff were very much, they were better, structure with categories and everything in it. And I would say to that people, you are lazy, my friend. You have the freaking search on top. Search for the stuff you want. It's really good. If you want columns, search for a freaking column. Here it is. You have all the columns in the Quixel library. You want walls? Well, let's try it. Wall. Here it is. You're going to have walls. Here it is. You're going to have walls. Every type of wall, an actual plant that is called wall, but yeah. Now, remember that everything inside Quixel had meta tags or, categories. Let's call it meta tags. So, for example, this one is medieval modular wall. Let's open it up. If you go down just a tad, here it is. Here are the tags: plaster, rural, modular, old, worn, windows, building, wood. Everything is here. Now, the actual, and again, once you get in, you're going to see that down here you have the actual breadcrumbs where you have 3D models. Maybe this is what people are really whining for. Like having this thing, somewhere a little bit more visible up here. So you can actually choose like 3D models, like buildings and architecture, and then components. So you can go here and you can actually go to that particular one, right? But just for Quixel, maybe? Can I do that? Quixel? I think that is the big, oh yeah, I think this is just Quixel. So these are buildings and structures. So the thing that they did was that they would not treat Quixel special. Now Quixel is another one from the bunch. It is not their rules, right? So that being said, you can still go to quixel.com and everything is going to be as usual. I don't know for how much time it's going to be like this. I don't think that there is an actual time-wise stuff here. Stay here. But you still have everything here. If you're planning on, going here and actually get something or, finding something that you like, you can still click it and you can go to FAB. And it will take you to where that FAB thing is. So I would say that the same way that you can go to Kitbash 3D, marketplace, they have their own marketplace in the web. There should have also, an actual tag down there where it says go to FAB and acquire it there if you want it for, Unreal Engine. So they're treating Quixel as any other guy in the block. And I think it's fair. Because now this year, people are going to be real pissed because they need to actually compete with a free stuff like this. But next year, they're going to be competing in price with stuff like this, right? So I think it's going to be really, really fair next year for everybody who's going to be selling photogrammetry. And with things like Scan Reality, you have like everything that you might want. If you clean your stuff well, you're going to be competing with Quixel. Who knows what is going to be the actual price, Quixel scheme for their stuff. So that is going to be really interesting to actually see, right? But yeah, no one should be actually missing this because it's still here. It's completely here. It's something that is not lost at all. Now, the other bad thing, all right, let's say that I found something that is Quixel and I want it on Unreal Engine. Well, you cannot do it from FAB. If I click here, you can see that you can actually download it and you can have it, for ZBrush, and you can have it for FBX and other. But there is not a way of actually connecting these to Unreal Engine. Now, in for example, if you open up the late marketplace, there were like an actual click there that will launch the launcher. So you would have something that would look like this. Let me open my launcher here. There it is. So you will have something that look like this. And you will go to your actual library and, or it's gonna, actually open it up in what used to be the library. That now is this thing. That hopefully very soon, yeah, that's horrible. I know it. The fact that they use the caterpillar here stuff, like we're constructing this. Why didn't you have it ready by this point? You're launching this thing. That is the ugly, really. But this thing should be better. And I think I'm going to let you know a little bit on how Epic thinks. Being so many years, around how they work and seeing the progress of Unreal Engine and everything, I'm going to tell you a little secret about them. They are not going to work on stuff that they're planning to actually completely change in the future. That's a rule of them. They're not going to be even improving just a little bit of something that they know that needs to be completely changed, right? So that an example of that is going to be like landscape inside Unreal Engine is crappy. Everybody knows it's crappy. They're not working on it actively at any rate. Like that thing is being the exact same thing since they released. Like the last thing that they did was adding the layers with landmass, and landmass is old as 416 or 415, something like that. And from then on, they're not even touching that with a 10-foot pole. And that is because they recognize that that thing got to a point where actually trying to improve in it is going to be losing time. They need to actually create something brand new from the ground up. And I think that the launcher is that. I think that the launcher is not here for long. And the fact that it is connected with the actual Epic Store and you have your own game library in the same place. And if you go to Unreal Engine, for some reason, you have twin motion in it, which is not Unreal Engine, right? So I would say that, and the fact that it's really slow. So you have reality capture and twin motion in the Unreal Engine tab. So this thing, I think, will be removed at that point, at some point, or will be like rework, all right? So I think FAB is never going to be here. We're going to have something new that is going to have FAB in, all right? And that I think that is what is going to happen. The library was never good. It's what it is. From using it so long, I think that I would think of many ways of actually improving it, but it is what it is. It has worked 10 years. And yeah, this was like the last version of it. And right, it is what it is. So another thing that is bad, this is the ugly, really ugly. And now this is the bad. The fact that you have this thing. This makes no sense. You should have these here. These should be inside here, right? That is what we expect. Having this is ugly. Let me show you how ugly this thing is. So let me jump here and let me show you something that you might not know. If you go to, let's go back to actual Quixel stuff. Where is it? Here it is. So Quixel, I'm going to actually remove my filter for walls. So here it is. Now you can see that there is a warehouse, right? This was either a collection inside. I really don't know what it is, right? I don't recognize it from anywhere. Either this was an actual collection inside. We can actually check. You know what? We can actually go to Quixel because that was a big thing with Quixel. They have collections of everything. That was amazing. So let's go to Megascan. Um, yep. You had collections, 190 collections to be fair. And you're going to have things like junkyard and contemporary surfaces, dystopian slums, and deserted medieval village. All of these is a lie, a complete lie. You won't never have like an actual map with this look. It's going to be just the actual pieces of it. It will take you to the collection of curated asset from which you can actually create something like this, right? Same with the scary restroom and everything. So when I see these, I think that these are collections. To tell the truth, these African slate water, I think I saw it. I saw this one somewhere here. Or maybe I'm crazy. So the thing is that these are not owned. These are not acquired. They show in my actual library, but they are not acquired. So, for example, let's test the old mine environment from Quixel. Let me go to here to my FAB library, allegedly, and I'm going to search for the old mine. Why not? And it's not there, right? So that would mean that either I don't own it or I have not acquired it. But take a look at this. If I come here and I go to FAB All Mine, I will click on it, and you can see that I actually own this thing. I own it, right? When I hit the acquire everything from Quixel, this was acquired. But it says here, add to my library. Let's do it. Yeah, your product was added to your library. Now I need to go here and I need to press refresh my vault. I don't know how to call it. It's not my FAB library because if it was, that thing would be there already. But it's not. And yeah, worst thing of all is I want to check it, what it is. What will it do? It will take me to FAB. So I cannot see the actual details of the thing inside the launcher. That's why I'm thinking they're not working on the launcher because the launcher is not going to be here too long. I think a full rework of it, that thing has 10 years. 10 years is too much to actually, that thing, I don't know. 10 years ago, what language will you use to actually create something like that? I don't know. I bet that is something that you need to actually go and do like a full search of someone who knows that language to actually maintain it, or not even maintain it, like actually do something for it. So yeah, that's it. Now you can see that it still says here, add to my library, even though I click it from here, but I can actually add it to my project. This is not great. And again, because this thing comes from Quixel, I don't know if this is a reality or this is some just, advertisement images, right? But I can actually see what is going to be in it. So if I actually go and add all of these to my, let's test it, why not? In fact, I have an Unreal Engine open already. Is my 5.5 project. Let's see, add to project. Show all projects. And let me sure that it's on my 5.5 project. The last version for it is 5.4. That's right. Add to project, and that's it.